Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. The scrapper that delivers stopped by the second time this week and dropped off 3. He said 2 of them ran, and we checked them once he unloaded them. And this one here, the tank has a lot of rust in it. He put a little bit of fuel. It started, but it was making a lot of noise. I checked the oil. The oil level, excuse me, was just a drop on the dipstick. So this thing may have had some internal damage due to low oil level. On the suggestion of one of you subscribers, I put some used oil in it just to check it a second time. I added a little bit more fuel to the tank, which, as I said, is rusty. So I just had this thing running about 5 minutes ago. I took a pass on my front yard to see what it could do. It'll probably be something I could sell inexpensively. Somebody that wants a cheap mower, because I won't guarantee this one with the noise that I can hear. So let me start this one for you. You can take a listen, and then we'll move down to the Lawn-Boy and Husqvarna machines that I picked up. By the way, this Boland's has got a production date, February of 2013. An old Pulsed jet style carburetor. You could hear the knocking there, and as I shut it down, a little bit more knockage. A couple of the wheels are bow-legged. I'm going to have to get some washers and mess around here. It's kind of hitting the handle. Like I said, this will be a cheapie. The grass cutting season's coming to a abrupt halt, I'm afraid. I sold one last week, and it's been dead ever since. I think after Ian passed by, the people that are looking for mowers have other things on their minds, and I think the growing season's slowing down. It's been dry after the hurricane. The grass isn't growing. So I'm at the end of my selling season. So let's move down to the others, and we'll discuss what I paid for these 3. This happened to be a added bonus, a giveaway, or a freebie, however you want to describe it. You'll recognize this Lawn-Boy all-wheel drive. I did a couple videos on this model before. I cleaned up a all-wheel drive for a gentleman that bought a mower from me for a non-profit, and the Lawn-Boy was his personal mower. He brought it to me. I cleaned the carburetor and adjusted the all-wheel drive cable and got some action out of that. So I did a video on that. You adjust the all-wheel drive cables here one at a time. The 2 cables go into a yoke and then to the pull bar on the handle. So let's discuss these last two out of three. This all-wheel drive has a production date of March 2017. So Scrapper said he cleaned them up and got them running. So this started right away when he got it off the trailer. So the Husqvarna started as well. So I says, what do you think you want for the three? He said, well, since these two run, I want to get 7, and I wasn't sure what 7 meant. And I said, oh, 70 for the pair? He says, no, 70 each. So 140, and he threw in the Bolins. So I typically don't pay that much for a machine, but since they're running and this Lawn-Boy has a bag, the Husqvarna does not. I thought I could make a little bit of money. Like I said, it's getting towards the end of the season. Maybe the bag will help sell this one. If I don't have any luck, I'll have to put these in storage till next spring. Put some stable in the fuel or drain the fuel tanks, whatever I need to do to store them over the winter. This will be a good seller next spring, but hopefully somebody wants it because of the bag. So let me start this Lawn-Boy 6.5. So the all-wheel drive is set correctly on this one. I lifted up the front end engaged, and then tilted it back, and the rear wheel drive engaged. So that's set up right on this Lawn-Boy. Probably do an oil change on this one, sharpen the blade, and a new air filter, clean it up. So I'm not sure what he did to get these running. Maybe poured the old fuel out, added fresh fuel. He doesn't do carb cleaning, so maybe he just got lucky on these two. Poured out the stale fuel and was able to get them going. Let me move the 2017 Lawn-Boy to the side. We'll bring up the Husky. The Husqvarna's got a 2015 production date. It's got a Honda engine, the GCV 160. And it was sold by Preferred Turf Equipment, Cattleman Road, Sarasota, Florida. We had one a couple weeks back with a Preferred Turf sticker on it. Every customer is a preferred customer. Well, that's good to know. Thanks, Preferred Turf Equipment, Inc. So this one started. It's a rear-wheel drive unit, and it did propel itself last night after dark when he showed up. No air filter, and there's some moisture here. He said he hose these down to clean them up, so I got to throw an air filter on that. The fuel shutoff is in the on position. I had checked the oil on this one. It does have oil. It has the Honda style, so what you would do is pull it out, wipe it clean, and just stick it in the hole without screwing it down to check the oil level. It did come with a side chute, which is nice. I don't have a bag for it, so this will be a side discharge with the chute. Usually those get thrown in the trash or lost, so that's a good selling point. Somebody can use this as a side discharge if they want. So let me pull on this 2015 Husky and let you listen to it. Good engagement on the rear wheel drive. Another thing from last night, I forgot to mention, the recoil needs to be taken off and lubed up. The spring was not pulling the cord back at a good rate, and it was slow to rewind, so I'll adjust that issue next with some oil on the recoil. So anywho, 3 for $140. I usually don't spend that much, but I think my maintenance time on these will be at a minimum. Since they run, there'll be no carb clean. I'll just do blades, sharpen the blades. That'll be on the list. Oil changes is necessary and a couple of filters, so I think I'll get by pretty quickly rectifying these. I'm thinking probably in the $150 range is what I'll sell the Husky for, maybe $170 on the all-wheel drive since it has a bag. I've got to kind of go easy on the price. It's at the end of the season, as I said. If it was springtime, these would bring more money. But if I want to unload them before the snow flies in southwest Florida, I got to put them up for a good price. Anyway, appreciate you checking out these 3 fine beauties for $140, $70 each for the runners, and this was thrown in. It runs, but I don't trust it. It's got a rod knock, probably from low oil level. Like I said, this Boland's will be a cheapie. I get people that are bargain hunters, just want something to get by for the season. They don't care about longevity. This Boland's will fit that bill. Anywho, appreciate you kids coming out, checking out this junk. I'm going to move on to another project. I have a Troy-built 5,500 watt generator, non-running. Friend of mine had it, and luckily he didn't lose power during Hurricane Ian. He couldn't get the unit running, so as a precaution he wants me to get it running just in case we have any more storms this season. Anywho, I'll shoot you a video on that little project. You guys have a good day today. Thanks for stopping by. Tommy Time. If you're interested in more of these videos featuring junk on 4 wheels, please like and subscribe. Have a good one.